July 21st seems like yesterday, to me anyway. I don't know about to them, but we've had 22 practices, training camp, 5 preseason games, 5 practices this week, and I think our team's well prepared and excited and looking forward to play this first game of the year.
Joe, for all the talk about the skill position players you have had upgraded, Ryan, another year under his belt, is the backbone of this team still the front seven? Is that really, because you got a ton of resources in their draft picks, is that?
Yeah, every position on the team is important. All 53 guys are important. I don't look at it, the skill positions are more important than the line is more important than running backs. I mean, everybody that gets on the field, it takes 11 guys every single play to make it work, so they're all important to me.
Is it fair to say, though, that you guys have kind of built from there out, because that really is where you spend a lot of resources?
Again, we've made decisions on the roster to look to improve the football team in any way we possibly can. So, again, I don't think it was designed to say we have to be better here than there. We want to get the best 50 players in the football.
Joe, since he arrived, Dimitri arrived here last December, what skills have you seen in him which makes you think this guy can be a quality NFL starting quarterback?
He's quick, he's competitive, he's instinctive, he's good, he can play the ball well. Those are the primary things we've seen.
Joe, in light of who the next 4 opponents are after Cleveland, would you call this a must-win game?
Again, our focus is totally on this game, September 8th at 1:02 p.m. in Cleveland. The rest of the season will take care of itself. It'll be here before we know it. But certainly we're not looking beyond any game, and we're just excited about playing this game on Sunday.
Do you believe in must-win games aside from making the playoffs?
I believe all games are important. Every single game on the NFL schedule is important. And this one is very, very important.
Joe, you guys were 2-6 on the road last year. Big picture, what can you do differently on the road to reverse that trend?
Well, we tried to make things, familiar. One of the reasons we had the extra game, we feel like we've been, we're staying in the same hotel we were at. Familiarity is an important part of being successful on the road, being comfortable playing on the road in that hostile environment. We kind of prepared our guys for that by going on an extra trip in the exact hotel that we're going to be in. And so, but there's no magic, I think, to winning on the road. You got to play good, sound, fundamental football. That's what we told our guys. We got to play fast. We got to play decisive. We got plenty of offense, defense, and special teams. As I said to the team, we could play a doubleheader with all the stuff we got to do.
73 and sunny and kickoff would probably be nice.
Sounds great.
Is there a reason you work in the bubble, or is that just your normal
We
Friday?
typically do that on Friday.
Joe, have you made any changes to your travel routine since last year for any reason for the team?
No, I think our team meeting's a little bit earlier than it was, but other than that, it's very simple.
Joe, there was a play in last night's game where the ball bounced to the receiver and the information did not get to the Raven coach in time for him to throw the flag. Is there a sense of frustration on your part that the process doesn't happen quicker, or does it happen quickly enough for you?
It all depends. It all depends. I think each situation is a little bit different. Each stadium, sometimes the timing is very quick, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's last second. You got to make a split-second decision, and those things happen.
Joe, when when the team you're meeting in week 1 signs a player who was with you all in camp, like Cleveland did with Posey, does that make you change anything at all?
Not necessarily. No. I mean, we're going to go play football. I don't think that's going to decide the outcome of the game. We're going to run our stuff. I mean, we have 1,000 plays from last year on each side of the ball. We've got 5 preseason games. Again, it's not going to be about trickery. They're going to know some of the things that we do. Good teams have tendencies, and so they're going to know how we're going to line up on a lot of things. We have certainly some wrinkles, as I'm sure they do. But we've studied them, and they've studied us. I'm not concerned about it.
Not talking about that specific player, but when things like that happen, it happens around the league all the time. Does that ever make you wonder, is this gamesmanship? Does it ever make you smirk or anything?
Not really.
People talk a lot about scripting, first 20 offense, first 20 defense. Do you guys do that philosophy, or is it?
Yeah, we have some thoughts, early thoughts that we would like to see. I think on both sides, how they adjust to certain things in all phases of the game, and really in all 3 phases of the game.
Is it a way to kind of set the tone for the rest of the game, or?
If it works well, yeah. There's 2 sides of that, as you know.
Joe, I'm sure you're familiar with Ray Horton, and he gave you a steady diet of blitzes with Arizona last year. Do you expect the same thing on Sunday?
Certainly have to be ready for it, Chris. I mean, Ray's a very qualified coach, and they have a very multiple package. They're a well-coached defense. They look like they're playing very sound on defense in the preseason. I'm sure that they haven't shown everything, I would have to guess. But, we have to be ready for it. There's no doubt about it.